A NASCAR fan favorite has a home for 2025 and beyond. And don't ask Bubba Wallace to pay for dinner this week. He's got a lighter wallet than usual. Welcome into the Breaking Balls channel. It is Bob here, and we are always talking racing here. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, like this video. We had Indy 500 back-to-back winner Joseph Newgarden on the channel yesterday. Asked him about potentially running a NASCAR one day, oval racing, and also covered the big splash hire that Spire Motorsports had for Rodney Childers, so go check that out. But another domino falling in NASCAR silly season today. Noah Gragson, the third Stewart-Haas driver to find a home for 2025 and beyond. Noah Gragson signs with Front Row Motorsports in a multi-year deal. Wait a minute, Front Row Motorsports giving out multi-year deals now like candy? What's going on here? Noah Gragson joins Todd Gilliland, who is 20th in points now, showing that this Front Row Motorsports team is really adding up to this Tier 1 Ford OEM factor that they've talked about. Noah Gragson will be the second driver in this three-car lineup because they bought a charter from Stewart-Haas as well. So Noah Gragson will be a multi-year driver with Front Row Motorsports. To be determined on the car number. We're not sure if it'll be that 34 that Michael McDowell is vacating or if it'll be the unknown number that they are going to purchase from Stewart-Haas. But the 25-year-old Las Vegas native was looking for a home with Stewart-Haas Racing closing their doors after this season. A third-place finish at Kansas headlines 6 top 10 finishes this year in a pleasant surprise. I think a lot of people weren't expecting Gragson to show the speed he has in that SHR equipment. But again, we're not really sure the details of his future plans with Front Row. The number Bass Pro has not been announced yet, although I would likely assume they're going to be tied to him in some way with sponsorship. And his crew chief, Drew Blickensturfer, hasn't been announced yet if he'll be with him, but I would imagine they're going to try and keep that pairing together. They've been very successful this season in bringing Noah Gragson's confidence back up from a disastrous half of the 2023 season before being suspended and kind of an inconsistent ride with Hendrick Motorsports when he was in their reserve driver role. But going back to a second place Xfinity Series finish in Junior Motorsports' 9-car, Noah Gragson has shown that he is very colorful, a fan favorite, and is here to be one of the more interesting guys to cover in the garage. So it's good to see him staying in NASCAR on the Cup Series level. With Stewart-Haas Racing closing their doors, you don't want to see guys have to look for rides that really were unplanned. And now we've got 3 drivers of that nature, with Chase Briscoe heading to Joe Gibbs in the 19. Josh Berry was announced to the 21 Wood Brothers last week, and Noah Gragson now Front Row. Musical chairs, Ryan Preece. That music is starting to turn off here. We'll see if he is Xfinity bound, Truck Series bound, or if he can land somewhere in the Cup Series. Again, there's a third Front Row Motorsports car to be announced. Maybe that'll be Ryan Preece, but I look for it still to be someone like a Riley Herbst to stay in the Ford camp, maybe even a Zane Smith. Trackhouse has been no suspect to loaning him out with Spire this year. Maybe he will be a potential guy to be in that Front Row car. He also has a relationship going back to the Truck Series with them in that Front Row Motorsports Truck Series car. Even a guy like Sam Mayer, who is an Xfinity Series younger guy, but is showing a lot of potential. He's even been vocal about wanting to be in the talk for these Cup Series. Maybe Sam Mayer gets this third Front Row Motorsports car, but to be determined. A lot going on in silly season. It feels like there's another news drop every single day. We always got to stay on our toes here. On the other hand, we covered it the other day post-Chicago. Bubba Wallace with his door slam on winner Alex Bowman after the Chicago race. He was frustrated after getting turned by Bowman early on in that Chicago street course race. Bubba Wallace comes out, gets his penalty from NASCAR. No points penalty is a fine, $50,000. Woo! $50,000. I don't care who you are. $50K is a lot. So, yeah, we'll see if that translates on the track. Alex Bowman wants it to be over with, it sounds like. Bubba Wallace hasn't really talked too much, but it's been more controversial, I think, for fans than drivers. Fans seem more upset, but no other penalty in a season where Bubba Wallace is right on the cut line for the playoffs. A points penalty would have been very, very harsh, in my opinion. $50K is still a lot of money, but with the precedence of the door net being down, it's just a safety risk. So that looks like that is all for the Bubba Wallace Alex Bowman incident. We can finally put a bow on what it feels like we've turned a molehill into a mountain, but that seems like it's all done and dusted now. If you're new here, like I said, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel. We're always talking racing here. We'll be here as Pocono is looming up, the tricky triangle We'll be here for all the racing news. Stay tuned for more.